Hey guys, Queen Novella here, back for another book review. Now the book I'm going to review today is called Stardaughter by Shveta Thakrar. I think that's how you pronounce this person's name. Stardaughter is basically this YA standalone fantasy novel. I believe this is this author's debut novel, if I'm not mistaken. I do think this author has published at least one other short story in a magazine, though. Now, I have a lot of things to say about this book, mostly positive. So, without any further ado, let's get on to the book review. This story basically revolves around Sheetal living with her dad in New Jersey. She is keeping a secret from all but a few people that she is basically half human and half star. Her dad is mortal, but her mother is a star. Sheetal lives with her dad because her mother is back up in the sky now. I won't get into too much detail of why her mother is absent from her life, because I'm scared of entering spoiler territory. But basically, at this point, all Sheetal knows is that her mother went back up into the sky because she missed her kingdom. Yes, there is a Star Kingdom too in this book. So the plot of this book basically revolves around Sheetal getting angry one day and accidentally burning her dad with her powers. She puts him in the ICU, and she needs to go to the Star Kingdom because only a full star's power can heal him. So basically, she has to go up to her mother's kingdom to find her so she can help save her dad. Now let's get into everything I loved about this read. This may take a while. The first thing that I have to say is that I really loved the mythology. A lot of this book is basically heavily inspired by Hindu mythology. The author and a lot of the characters in this book, if not all, are Indian. So there is a lot of Indian culture implemented in this book. Now, Shveta Thakrar said in an interview on a YouTube channel called Writing and Other that she always found it strange that the parents were often absent from YA literature, which I kind of have to agree. I always found that to not only be weird, but unrealistic. She said that she had made sure that Sheetal's dad was heavily involved in her life. For instance, her dad was very strict with her on dating and boys. I actually like that the author made the decision to let Sheetal's dad be heavily involved in his daughter's life, because it makes their relationship feel more realistic. I will leave a link to the interview in the description box below. I also like that the author has more than just Sheetal's nuclear family be involved in her life. She has an aunt. Now, if I mispronounce this name, I'm sorry, but her aunt is named Redhikafoy, I think, that is heavily involved in her life. Speaking of characters, I actually found a lot of the characters to be enjoyable. Even the ones you'd assume would be annoying were surprisingly tolerable. Like her companion and best friend Minyal. If I'm mispronouncing that name, I apologize. At first I didn't think much of her character, but the more I read on, I realized how vital of a character Minyal actually was to the story. She's a great supporting character in Sheetal's darkest moments. She has also proven to be open and honest with Sheetal when she's in the wrong. Even Redhikafoy, Sheetal's annoying aunt, feels realistic, like she really does care for her niece. Now, I thought I wouldn't be able to stand Redhikafoy, but she actually was surprisingly bearable. Even the little backstory she gets is rather interesting. Anyways, let's talk about the atmosphere and the world. Now, this personally was one of the most enjoyable parts of the book for me. The magical elements personally reminded me a lot of Harry Potter. Now, I want to add before I keep going that I am very hesitant to talk about Harry Potter due to the hot water the author has gotten herself into. But there are a lot of small things I find in Harry Potter that this book gives off similar feelings for. That being the quirky enchanted items. Stardaughter has enchanted items that are in it, such as enchanted barrettes, enchanted wings, and potions that can make you walk on clouds, etc. There's even a place in the book that reminds me of Harry Potter's Diagon Alley called the Night Market. Now I want to be transparent about this and say that as of right now, I have only read one Harry Potter book. I know, shame on me. But a lot of the enchanted objects in this book remind me of the enchanted objects in Harry Potter. And that was something I always found charming about Harry Potter. Now that I got into the things that I loved about this book, let's talk about things that I didn't like about it. Now, I would like to say that there wasn't anything major that I disliked about this book, so I'll just get into one nitpick that I have. There was an argument in this book between two characters that would happen a little too often for my liking. Now, personally, I don't think I can really complain about this, since it was actually a very realistic way for teenagers to argue. However, it still didn't stop it from being a little bit annoying. But I have to say, if that's my only gripe about your book, then your book is pretty awesome. In conclusion, this book, in my personal opinion, was phenomenal. I loved the cultural influence. The Hindu-inspired mythology was interesting. The characters were, for the most part, realistic. Conflicts felt realistic. Yeah, even the slightly annoying ones. The ambiance of the magic in this book was incredible. All in all, I'd give this book a 5 out of 5 stars. It was that good. Now, when I say this, I do not mean to discourage you guys from reading Harry Potter. But if you do not feel comfortable with reading Harry Potter anymore, and need something else with a similar magical feeling, then I think this book might work for that. It may not be the exact same feeling, but it has a lot of similar elements in its quirky magic system. Even its many differences, I feel, would keep things fresh and interesting. Now, I could get into a debate of separating the art from the artist, but I'll cover that in a different video. Anyways, that is all I have for you today. If you enjoyed, please like and subscribe and ring the notification bell for more content from me. Now, in the comment section, tell me what you guys thought about this book. Did you love it as much as I did? Did you hate it? Did you think it was just okay? Do you think some of the magic in this book is similar to Harry Potter, without the wand waving, of course? You let me know in the comment section below. Anyways, with all that being said, I'm Queen Novella, and bye!